welcome back to Trees and Turtles. My name is Imogen. In today's video, I am talking about how to maintain a positive mindset when you're sensitive to criticism. If you're not already subscribed, make sure to do that. Give this video a thumbs up, follow me on Instagram, and let's get started. So I am naturally very sensitive to criticism. My main love language is words of affirmation, so while I remember nice things that people say to me, on the other hand, I remember criticism for a really long time as well, and it really impacts me. It really impacts my mental health, and that's something that I've just learned is a fact about me. Okay, so nevertheless, I try to be a very positive person, and people tell me that I am. So here's how I've learned to be positive despite being sensitive to criticism. Okay, and number one is that I keep a document of all my achievements and nice things that people have said to me, as a reminder that I've achieved a lot and that many people view me in a positive light. So I feel like often we receive compliments or we receive positive feedback, and my therapist has told me that I do this, and I said, no, I don't, and she was like, girl, yes you do. And I receive positive feedback and I ignore it or I forget it, okay? So I've made a point to write down all the positive feedback that I receive, and when I receive compliments, I write down what was said, who said it and when, and I keep a document with all my achievements as well. So whenever I'm feeling bad or whenever I'm feeling like terrible or I've been criticised and I'm really remembering that criticism, I go back in and I look at the positive feedback and I look at my achievements and I'm like, you know what, it's not so bad, okay? So I recommend keeping that kind of document for yourself. So the next point is to, when you receive criticism, question it, okay? Seek to understand the motivation behind the criticism. And I'm not just saying dismiss it, because obviously criticism can be valid and it can be really helpful, but try to understand why the person has said that. There are two main types of criticism that I have encountered: justified and unjustified. So let's talk a little bit more about justified criticism. Justified criticism seeks to mainly help you improve. So examples would be assignment feedback at university. I promise your lecturers don't hate you, okay? They just want to help you improve in the vast majority of cases. Quarterly reviews at your job. Again, in most cases, your boss doesn't hate you. They just want to help you improve. They want you to be a better employee. They're invested in your professional development, okay? And anything which is said with a positive motivation and or out of care for you, okay? So when your friends criticize you, if they're good friends, they're really helping. They're coming from a place of concern and a place of love, okay? So all of these people in general want what's best for you, and their criticism it's constructive, okay? It's justified. This is something that is holding you back, and they want to help you see that, and they want you to help you improve. The other type of criticism is unjustified, and unjustified criticism is when people are just haters for no reason, okay? So examples might include hate comments, I get those on this channel sometimes, bullying, and anything which seeks to make your life worse or is simply not true. Sometimes people just hate you because their lives suck and they are unfulfilled and they are just taking that out on everyone around them, okay? Sometimes justified criticism can be delivered in a mean way, but usually these two types cover most situations, okay? So if someone's being needlessly mean to you for no reason, that's a them problem, it's not a you problem. So when you receive criticism and you have determined that it's justified, you can use it to improve, okay? That's just feedback, okay? Reframe it maybe as feedback. Make a list of the ways that you can address the problems that have been brought to light. When you work on these, the criticisms just won't be true anymore. They simply won't be true. So you can move them to the unjustified trash pile. And by that point, the people who were criticising you before are probably praising you now because, again, they want what's best for you and they've brought a problem to your attention and you've done your best to fix it, okay? And they're probably just going to be overjoyed that you've seen a problem and made an attempt to improve, okay? So I do this all the time, like whether it's work or academia or in my friendships, like people bring problems to me and they say, hey, look, this is a problem and I need your help to fix it, and you need to fix this, okay? And I'm like, thank you so much. I'm gonna fix that now. And then I fix it and then they're like, awesome, great, this is so cool, good job, well done. So work on the justified criticism and it won't be true anymore. Okay, I want you to understand that criticism is never wasted, okay? If it is justified, then you can use it as motivation to work on yourself and improve to a point where the criticism is no longer true, as per my previous point. However, if it is unjustified and people are just being mean, they're trolling, they're being haters, okay, you can use it as a lesson in resilience. And you should also remember that people who waste time being mean for no reason are generally fucking miserable and they have unfulfilled lives, and the only reasonable response to that is just distaste and pity, okay? So seriously, if someone's being mean to you, then you should pity them because their lives probably suck so bad, like really bad. Be humble and open to criticism, and people will often treat you better. I found that the more I proactively seek feedback, the more I understand that I'm not perfect, and I'm willing to admit and change when I'm wrong, the nicer people have been to me. A really good example of this was my first meeting with my thesis supervisor in third year. Now, I'd written several thousand words on my thesis, and I thought they were probably terrible, and they were just like preliminary ideas, and I was very open to changing them. And I came to my thesis supervisor, and the first thing I said to her was, I've written this, but I'm very prepared for you to tell me that it's crap and to start again. And she actually started laughing, and she said that's a good attitude to have, because, you know, I'd written something, but I was aware that it was completely just from my own brain, and it might not be any good at all. And I think she was probably nicer to me based on that, like, attitude that I brought to the meeting of, this might be terrible, I'm okay with hearing that, okay? Compared to someone who came in and was like, oh, I'm the shit, I'm amazing, you know? That person needs to be humbled a little bit. But if you come in with a humble mindset and you're open to criticism and you seek it and you seek feedback, then people are often going to be a lot nicer to you because they recognise that you're just looking to improve, okay? People are generally pleasantly surprised when their criticism is met with acceptance and a positive attitude. And I've often been in situations where the person criticising me did a 180 and apologised for phrasing their feedback so harshly because they felt guilty after seeing my positive reaction. Like, sometimes someone has come to me and they've been really harsh and I've been like, you know what? You're right. I'm sorry. I'll do better. And they're like, you know what? Maybe I was too harsh. I'm sorry. Okay? So be humble and open to criticism. It can really, really change your interactions a lot. And also be mindful about giving criticism as well as receiving it. When you give criticism, remember how it feels to be on the other end of that and give it with the other person's best interests at heart. Okay? When you understand both sides, it can be a lot easier not to take it so personally. Okay, that's how to maintain a positive mindset when you're sensitive to criticism. If you're not already subscribed, make sure to do that. Give this video a thumbs up, follow me on Instagram, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, bye.